morning, everybody. Welcome to the start of a new vlog. I have quite a few errands that I need to run today, so I thought I would just take you along with me. You know, like, maybe you don't know, but some of you may know that when you have a baby, you kind of just like get into this haze where all you do is stay at home and you never know what day it is until like you're kind of ready to rejoin society again. And that's kind of what I feel like right now, where I'm just trying to like tick off several things on my list that I've been meaning to do for ages and have not done. So I have a whole slew of things with me in a list of tasks I need to get done today. I've already done a few. I sent a wedding present in the mail that I've been meaning to send for ages. And right now I'm headed into the city to do some returns for some pants that I bought. Actually, pants I bought in the last vlog, so it's not like I've been meaning to do forever, but I need to return some that don't fit. I also want to stop to get some zippers for my jackets project because I've been meaning to do that forever. And also just a few like fabric things that I need for upcoming projects. So yeah, it should be a little fun day. I made it to the Times Square area. Don't normally come here, but two of the stores I needed to go to, Loft and H&M, were closest together at this location before going to the garment district. So you might be wondering, why did I go to H&M? Because I haven't shopped there in like several years, but the truth is there's a pair of shorts that fits me so well that are from there, and I decided to see if I could find another pair to make a pattern from, and I did. So that's what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna get a pair of shorts that fit me really well that I already know, and I'm gonna take them apart and make a pattern for myself. So that's the plan. Got those shorts, did an exchange for some other jeans that I really needed, and then now I'm heading to the garment district to get those zippers for those jackets. So let's go. Okay, so my first stop is going to be Mood. I need to get a couple of fabrics for a home decor project that I'm going to be doing soon. Can't give away too many spoilers because it is for a Bernina blog series that I'm excited about, but yeah, so I need to get some striped linen for that. And then after that, I'm gonna head to SIL, S-I-L. It's just a place I really like to get zippers, and that's where I'm gonna go to get the zips for the jackets. Successful at both SIL and Mood. I'll show you what I got when I get home. I am starving right now. I've been out for about, I don't know, 3.5 hours, and I have a really good lunch meal planned, so I'm dying to go home and make it. So heading home now. Okay, I'm back home. I will show you everything I got in just a little bit, but I am starving right now. So I want to make my lunch, and what did I walk over here for? Needed to get my water. So I'm gonna be making this like Mediterranean inspired, oh, I remember what I wanted to get to, my tripod. I want to make this Mediterranean inspired bowl, for lack of a better word. So I'm making these kind of like Mediterranean oven baked meatballs situation with like arugula, roasted zucchini, sautéed red pepper and red onion, and yeah, just gonna have like a bunch of stuff in it. I'm gonna make some tzatziki for it, so yeah, it should be really, really good. I'm looking forward to this meal plan. If it's any good, I'll post the recipe. I'm just kind of like making it up as I go. Okay, so far I've just mixed up a meatball mixture, which is almost essentially the same thing as a hamburger mixture. I have ground turkey in mine, breadcrumbs, an egg, za'atar seasoning, which I just really love za'atar seasoning. Did I say breadcrumbs? A little bit of cheese. Honestly, it was like 2 tablespoons of cheese because that's all I could find. A minced onion, minced garlic, salt, pepper. You know, I think I might add some paprika to it also. Okay, some paprika in there. And so I'm just gonna mix this all up, spoon it into meatball size meatballs, and then I'm going to bake those in the oven until the meat thermometer says it is finished. Honestly, I do not know what I was doing before I got a meat thermometer. It just cooks meat perfectly, as one might imagine. Yeah, absolutely love a meat thermometer. So I'm going to cook those in the oven until they're done, and then I'm also going to, on a separate tray, cut up zucchini to roast zucchini. Hopefully you can hear me over the lawnmowers that are going right now. Just trying the salad out. So good. Okay, finished with lunch. It was delish. Now I thought I would show you what I picked up while I was out today on my errands. So the first most important things probably were these zippers. I've been wanting to get these zippers for ages for the jackets. These are YKK zippers. They are 36 inches, which is way longer than I need. I actually wanted to buy a 24, but Sil didn't have it. I probably should have gone to Panda, because then they could have. Panda is another zipper emphasis place in the garment district, because then they could have cut it for me, but there's a chance I'll still have to cut them down anyway, so I just thought I'll just get the full thing and then cut it down to what I need. So I got this. There's so many options. Honestly, I was like not exactly sure what to get, but I didn't want anything that was going to like be too loud from the jacket, so I went with this antique nickel version as opposed to like a gold or a brass or something really bright, so that it kind of like blended in better with the jacket. So I got that, and then this is what I got from Mood. I actually went in for a red stripe. This is a subtle red stripe. It's a linen fabric, 100% linen. This is what I went in for, but then I also saw this like yellow stripe, and I think that this would also be super cute for the project I have in mind. So more to come on that. Additionally, got some matching threads for both of these. I love this color. This is like one of my favorite colors in the entire world in general, just like a red orange tomato red color. I love this color, one of my absolute favorites. So matching threads, and then the other things that are in this bag are the jeans. Like I said, I ordered a bunch of jeans from Loft after finding some on Poshmark and in thrift stores that just fit me really, really well. But I need some more jeans because I just don't have many pants that fit at the moment. So I got some more jeans, and so I really like their jeans in particular because they are mostly cotton as opposed to jeans that have a ton of like stretch materials in it. Don't get me wrong, I like having a few stretchy jeans, but I just feel like they don't last very long, so I wanted to get some that were mostly cotton because I like the feel of them. They're softer, and I don't know, they're just thicker, more hard wearing. So yeah, I really like these jeans, and I just discovered them because of these ones I'm wearing right now, actually, that I got in a thrift store in Milwaukee. I loved them so much. I was like, I've never even tried Loft jeans before. Loft is a like sister brand of Ann Taylor, I believe, but yeah, I really, really like them, and so I went in search of what I could find on Poshmark first, and then purchased a few extras from the store itself. So now I have like 5 pairs of pants right now that fit, which is really nice. I tried on everything multiple times in many sizes to figure out what works, and so yeah, very excited to have some jeans in my life. So that was another important reason for going out. Now I'm back home, I am fed, I've eaten my lunch, and there are a few other things that I have on my list that I want to do today. I feel like I've done all the most important things, but I really want to start a new Bernina blog post on sewing like a foolproof welt pocket. When I was sewing my jacket, the welt pockets turned out so insanely beautiful with this new method that I tried, and it's so easy to do that I just feel like I need to shout it from the rooftops and share with all of you. So I'm going to be making a blog post about that, and I want to start that today. So I'm going to start writing that today. And then it's so nice outside. The weather is incredible. I do have some annuals that I want to sew, some seed sewing, so I might try to do a little bit of that. Andrew was so kind and picked up some seed starting mix for me yesterday, so I have some of that. So I probably will do a little bit of that later this evening. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, so for now I'm going to get to work on this blog post and see where I get after a few hours of working on that. Maybe I don't think I'll finish it today, but I at least want to make a start on it today.
Like me.
It's cold outside. I'm over it. I'm ready for like real spring weather, warmer weather in general. But yeah, getting outside. Got the Crowmeister with me. I'm gonna go for a walk. Back from my walk and checking on the Black House garden, aka the garden that's at my actual residence. I garden in 2 spaces if you didn't know. And yeah, it's like, wow, the bulbs are really getting their foliage on. Some things have already started blooming. It's really exciting. Okay, pernil is in the oven, some makeup has been applied, I'm in the craft room. I thought I would update you on some projects that I have recently finished. The first and probably most exciting one is the one on the dress form right there, which is the jacket I was working on in the last project. If you missed it, I'm making matching jackets for Andrew and myself out of suede. Mine has smooth grain leather details on the collar and on the welt pockets. I'm so happy with how mine turned out, and so I finished mine, but I do have some adjustments I need to make to Andrew's. This is a men's pattern, Simplicity 3038. I cut the smallest size for both of us. The smallest size would have just the kind of right amount of ease for Andrew, but would be a little bit oversized on myself. So I really like how it fits on me. I'll show you what it looks like on later. I can see that this is a cropped jacket, and Nora Stantifor does look like a tall dude, but for whatever reason on Andrew, this jacket is way too short. We're having to extend it probably, I don't know, Andrew, what do you think?
3.5 inches.
What did you say?
2.5.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, for some reason I thought it was more. Maybe it's not. So about 2.5-ish inches. In my head I had guessed 3 to 4. So that's something that I'm gonna have to do, and because, you know, it's cut, you know, it's gonna have to be like a design feature basically. So I think what I'm gonna do is cut a panel of suede all the way around, so it'll just have another panel on the bottom. It'll have a seam there. Hopefully it won't look too weird because it's in the area where sometimes jackets have, you know, like a rib knit fitting band or something like that. So hopefully it will just kind of look like that, like a deep hem is my hope. But I do have to extend his before I can do like the finishing things like inserting the zipper and the lining and stuff like that. So that's on my list of things to do. But I have finished my jacket and I just think it looks so beautiful. I have to say, not to toot my own horn, but jackets are really one of the things that I excel at when it comes to sewing. I think I make really high quality jackets. Every single coat or jacket I've ever made has turned out so well, and maybe it's luck, maybe it's me, maybe it's a combination of both, but yeah, I really take my time on these projects and I just love the combination of detail sewing mixed with a little bit more like easy long stretches of sewing at the same time. So it's really one of my favorite garments to make, and in fact I have another jacket planned very soon. I want to make a denim trench coat. I've been talking about that for ages. But anyway, in the meantime, I also finished these adorable matching shirts for Crowley and myself. The only thing I haven't done yet is hem it, typical me. But I also need to add buttons on mine to the collar, but I made it in this Mara Hoffman dead stock that I'm pretty sure that I showed you guys on the last vlog when all of my Mood Fabrics order came in. So I love that, and I was kind of waffling, not sure what to do because I had bought some white French terry for the collars and like the half zip portion right here, but it was so thick that it just wasn't looking elegant, it wasn't looking right, so I swapped that out for a white rib knit that I had in my stash, and I think that turned out really well. This one is a little bit too big for Crowley. Honestly, I haven't tried it on him yet, but I can tell just by looking at it, and it's the smallest size, but that's okay. He'll grow into it eventually, and I'm sure for summer he'll be able to fit into this at some point and we can have little matching shirts. So I'm really excited about that. For this pattern, I used McCall's 8568, and it has this, like I said, little knits t-shirt and pants, shorts that come with it. So I used this one right here. And then for mine, I used another Norris Dantaford pattern. This is No Me 2035. And I cut the second to the smallest size on this, but it is a little bit more oversized than I would like. I think polos can have a lot of ease and it still looks really good too, but it just wasn't what I was wanting. I wanted something slightly more fitted than this, and so next time I'll just cut the smallest size, and it's a cropped length also, which helps that it's a little oversized and cropped, so then it's not too baggy when it's worn. But yeah, I really like this pattern, would definitely recommend it. Norris Dantaford did a sew along on YouTube or something. There's a sew along if you Google No Me 2035, that will help you if you get tripped up with the collar or anything like that. So those are two more things I have finished. And then right now, the last thing that I've been working on, I told you in a previous video as well that I've been wanting to make some woven workout shorts because all that I have are just like long, full-length black leggings, and those get quite hot in the summertime, and so I wanted to make some shorts to wear. And I have been using this as an opportunity to learn about pattern drafting for my body because pants can be really tricky to fit, but workout shorts are a very low-stakes way of experimenting with pattern and fit, and yeah, so I've just been kind of trying to perfect the fit as much as possible. This pattern honestly fits really well as is. There are things I can definitely do to improve it though, so I've been making little improvements along the way. And I told you guys in the previous video that I was going to buy a pair of H&M linen shorts that fit me really, really well and take them apart so I can make a pattern from them. So I am in the process of doing that for my last and final pair. So I'm really curious to finally get these taken apart. It's taken some time. They are actually sewn really well, more than I would expect for fast fashion. But yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to finally getting this taken apart, ironing it, tracing a pattern, and comparing this to the Foxy Boxies to see why it might be a little bit pulling in the back crotch area. So very curious about that and excited to learn more about pattern drafting for myself, and I'm very tempted to do the same actually with these jeans that I'm wearing right now that fit me really, really well. I'm tempted to buy a pair on Poshmark so I can also just take them apart for sides, shall we say. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna finish taking these apart, trace this, and see how this pattern differs from the pattern of the Foxy Boxies and what adjustments I might be able to look out for in the future. Okay, now that I've taken these apart, I have spent the better part of the morning analyzing the fit and the differences in the drafting of the ready-to-wear shorts and the Foxy Boxies pattern that I am comparing them to. Andrew and I have taken a little break from crafting projects this morning. I traced out my pattern that I'm gonna cut when I get back, but now we're at Greenwood Cemetery, which is like so quiet and calming, and it's so close. It's open to the public. It's like got gorgeous collections of plants and trees and all sorts of things. A lot of history, a lot of really cool history stuff here too, from people that are literally in the cemetery, but also the Battle of Brooklyn and other things that Andrew tells me about whenever we come here. So we brought a little park blanket and some books. I'm currently almost finished with Beautiful World, Where Are You by Sally Rooney. And what did you bring to read?
I'm just starting The Western Front by Nick Lloyd.
The Western Front by Nick Lloyd. Andrew is currently working on a board game right now too about World War I. So that's been interesting and very tedious at the moment. Game design is hard. Simplicity is hard. But yeah, so we're just reading, eating some light snacks, and you have a Arizona tea and I have a water. Hello everyone, we are back from our walk slash little reading jaunt at Greenwood, and we came back to some exciting packages, both of us. Andrew got a package he's been waiting for a painting project, and I came back to an order I placed actually several months ago on yesstyle.com, which is like a Korean beauty, maybe it's Asian, not Korean specifically, but Asian beauty retailer? What's the word I'm looking for? The distributor, that's the word I'm looking for. They're like an Asian beauty distributor. I got two things, one of which I already know I really, really love, and that's the Laneige Water Bank Blue Hyaluronic Moisture Cream. They have 3 different types of this depending on how dry your skin is, and this is like the one that's kind of in the middle. I love this moisturizer. It's taken me a while to kind of find a moisturizer that I really like. I guess I like different ones depending on the type of year or time of year that it is. But yeah, I really like this Laneige one. And then the other thing, I've never tried this before, but an influencer that I really, really love influenced me, and it's called the Haru Wonder Black Rice Moisture Deep Cleansing Oil. I've never used a cleansing oil before, but I've always wanted to try one, so I got this one. Let me know if you've used either the Haru Wonder Black Rice Moisture Deep Cleansing Oil, or if you also love the Laneige Water Bank Blue Hyaluronic Moisture Cream, because I love both. I love this one, but I'm excited to try this one. Anyway, I've traced my pants pattern, my shorts pattern I should say, and now I'm getting ready to cut out the last pair of shorts. The one thing I'm still wondering about is the waistband, because on the Foxy Boxies it's a grown-on waistband, but since the new pattern is now like an angled back rise, the front rise is pretty straight but the back rise is very angled, I'm wondering if I can still do a grown-on waistband. Like, I guess in the back rise, would it just like where it's angled, do I then just go straight up for the waistband, or do I need to cut a whole separate piece? I just really like the grown-on waistband. It really simplifies the process of putting everything together, and I don't have to cut out a separate piece. So I'm still wondering what to do about that. Maybe I can find the answer online. All right, for now, Jafar, you have to move. He's come and plopped himself on top of my pattern pieces, and I need this table to cut out my project. It's a little after 6 o'clock and I am now over at what I refer to as the arbor garden, and I'll explain why, or show you why, I guess I should say. This is like the main feature of the garden, which is this very leaning arbor. I have tons and tons of roses. I did a big pruning of them recently, and now I'm cleaning out the only bed that I haven't yet cleaned out, and that's this back one over here that I'm going to be using to plant my dahlias. This is generally where I plant my dahlias, here, and then a little bit along right here. Brought a little cutie with me. This sedum is a holdover from when there used to be a back bed over here. I'm debating on whether or not I want to keep it. Like, I'd rather grow dahlias back there, but someday when we move to the dream house, a sedum is a sedum. It's a free plant. I'd like to take it with me. So we'll see. I'm gonna leave it there for now, but I've got this back bed cleared out finally, which is nice, and now I can plant all of the dahlias in it that are sitting in my hallway currently. But yeah, the roses are looking incredible. Sweet Juliet in particular is like huge and totally leafed out and has so many buds. This one's one called Jude the Obscure, Crocus, Crown Princess Margareta. There's about 6 more roses in here. So yeah, I'm very rose obsessed. Cannot wait for the rose season to start.
Too dark.
Hello everyone, it is Friday afternoon. Andrew and I are walking around the Nabe, headed to Stone Park Cafe, a restaurant that we both, I wouldn't say love, but you know, like it well enough to have dinner. We have Crowley with us, of course. Yeah, just looking forward to eating outside, hopefully. It's like one of the first hot days actually of the year, so it's nice to be outside in tank tops and shorts and the whole 9 yards. This weekend we have a variety of fun things planned. Today obviously we're going out to dinner. Tomorrow I have a spa day planned, which I have booked, or like been wanting to, like I bought a Groupon for it and have been wanting to go since like February when I bought it, so that's gonna be really amazing. Crafting, of course, and then we're gonna also be going to my friend Marissa's house to do like a little cookout over at their place, so that's gonna be really fun. And then on Monday we leave for Tennessee because my parents still have not had a chance to meet Crowley. My sister has, she came up here to visit, but my parents haven't had the opportunity to, so we're going down to Tennessee to see them and introduce Crowley to them. So that will be lots of fun. We just got to the restaurant. We got a nice outside table. It's a gorgeous afternoon. Got Crowley with us. Okay, food has arrived. We have an endive salad, a tuna tataki, and a mushroom ravioli. We finished dinner. Now we're walking back. I'm glad we decided to walk. It's just a nice little 35-ish minute walk between the restaurant and the apartment. But it's all uphill on the way back because they don't call it Park Slope for no reason. Did you have a nice sleep? Did you have a nice sleep? It's annoyingly invasive. It's a Japanese wisteria, but man, is it beautiful this time of year. Look at that. It's just like covered, and it's enormous, like taller than all of the buildings over here. It's crazy. Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday. I am walking through the park right now to the other side of the park to get to a subway that's more convenient to where I'm going. As I mentioned yesterday, I'm having a little spa day today and I'm so excited about it. I've been looking forward to this for months. I don't know why it took me so long to book it, but yeah, really looking forward to that today. While we were walking, I figured I could talk to you guys more about the dream house plans, because a lot of you in the comments, I posted my first I'm back video yesterday. Thank you so much for all of your kind comments, but I have a lot of questions in the comments about like our plans for moving and if that's still a thing, and the answer to that is yes, it is. So if you don't know, the plan, I've lived in New York City for about 15-ish years. Andrew grew up in Brooklyn and New Jersey, mostly New Jersey. He lived actually like a block away from where we live right now for the first like 7 or 8 years of his life or something like that, and then moved to New Jersey after that. So he's lived here almost all of his life in this area, and then has worked here, of course. I've been here for 15 years, and I moved here because I'm a graphic designer. That's what my degree is in, graphic design, and I moved here because all of my best jobs are here. That was like the main motivation for it. Of course there were others. I'm extremely liberal. I grew up in Tennessee, and that's not the most liberal of environments, so you can imagine that I was like quite keen to leave an area that did not align with my political values. So there was a lot of other things that spurred the move, but the main one was I'm a designer. All of my best jobs are here. So we have been looking to buy a piece of land, some acreage actually, like a minimum of 3 acres would be ideal, but we're open to a lot more to do a house build. However, if you're somebody who's trying to buy a house or land right now, you know that it's extremely expensive. The properties are, the values are extremely inflated, to be quite honest. And on top of that, the house that Andrew and I want to build is not going to be some like starter home kind of house. Like, we're planning on building essentially that will like be the house we live in for the rest of our lives. I don't want to put pressure on it and calling it like our forever home, because you just never know what life is going to throw at you. But for all intents and purposes, we are trying to build our dream home. So we want to wait to find the right property. Like, we don't want to rush into it, and so we're doing our best. We still have seen properties while I was pregnant. We're actually going to be seeing some very soon. Like in a couple weeks we have like several lined up to look at, so we're still looking, but we just haven't found the right thing yet. And part of that is the price, and then the other part of it is that the inventory in the area that we were looking at, which is New Hope, Pennsylvania, that's kind of like our target area. It's like a nice little small town that has like a lot of good restaurants and stuff going for it, but inventory there is very slim, and whenever anything comes up for sale, it often goes like that, like within a week even. And so it's hard, you know, living an hour and a half away, to just like at the drop of a hat, especially now with a baby, to like just go to a place that's an hour and a half away. So there's that. That's kind of part of it too. So we've also expanded our target search area, not only to New Hope, but to like Hudson Valley area and some places in New Jersey that we're also looking at now, but those places are just less desirable, mostly from a climate perspective. Hudson Valley is really beautiful, but the gardening zone there, and this is not just about gardening, it's just because it's also colder. It's just colder there. It stays colder a lot longer, and Andrew and I are both warm weather people. We are not cold weather people, so the idea of moving somewhere that stays colder even longer, especially when our house design sort of revolves around a pool, it's not ideal. So that's kind of like the short version of the story. Long story short, but short story long. So yes, we're still looking, but it's taking time. thing because my train came, so I didn't want to like be vlogging while I was on the train because that would be weird. I love New York City, so I'm not necessarily in any huge rush to leave it. Andrew, on the other hand, he's lived in this area his whole life, so like he's ready to do something else, but I love New York. I'm not like in any rush to do it. I love our apartment. Our apartment is like beautiful and huge, honestly, so for New York standards, so it's amazing. I love living in New York City, so I'm not in any huge rush to leave it. That being said, there are things about like a future lifestyle that we dream of having that are just not possible in a city space, you know, and so there are trade-offs to everything. All right, well, I'm here at Eden Med Spa, which is the place where I like buy my Groupons for my massages and stuff like that. It's my favorite. I absolutely love it. If you're local, definitely give them a go. It's wonderful. Good morning, everybody. It is Sunday today. I am walking over to the grocery this morning. It's around 10 a.m. to grab supplies to make guacamole for a cookout that I am going to today. We're going to my friend Marissa and Billy's house. Marissa and Billy are the fosters of Frank and Frida, and so we met them from you know, when we came to adopt Frank and Frida. And somehow we just managed to like keep in touch and form this friendship over time that felt like really organic and just serendipitous. I don't know, it's crazy how life happens that way. You know, just the universe putting people in your path like that. And Marissa and I have been hanging out, and I'm just really excited. So we're going to a cookout that they're having to celebrate, I think, one of their pets' birthdays is what she said. So if you can't tell, they're huge animal lovers. And yeah, so I send them pics of Frank and Frida all the time, and of course Marissa follows me on Instagram, so she sees all of the pics I post of the kitties on there as well. And yeah, we've just formed like a really great friendship as well, and I'm really excited about it. It's like, you know, that new friend feeling when you make like a new friend and it feels exciting. So we're going to their place for a cookout. I am bringing guacamole, so I'm going to the grocery to pick up the avocados now. Today I'm wearing a summer camisole designed by Paradise Patterns and a cami skirt. I used to wear the cami skirt like every single week when I first made, I even made 2 of them. This is the second one that I made. I have another one that's in like more of a terracotta color, and I wore those things to death. They're still in really good condition, but they're just not my style so much anymore. But it's Me Made May right now, which, if you don't know, is like a wardrobe challenge designed to improve your relationship with a handmade wardrobe. Me Made May came at like a really good time for me, I feel, where a lot of my wardrobe still does not fit the way that it did pre-pregnancy, which is fine and expected. It's gonna take, you know, a while for my body to recover. If it ever goes back to the same way, I don't know that it will, and that's okay. But a lot of my clothing is like either ill-fitting or just doesn't fit the same way, so it's just good for me to take stock of what I have in my closet that still fits, and the cami skirt is still one of them, even though it's not really my style anymore. Oh my gosh, I got so lucky. You know when you go to the grocery and you don't know what you're gonna get in terms of like ripeness of avocados? They had a whole stash that were just like the perfect ripeness. So I'm very excited about that. And I walked out and then forgot to get chips, and I was like, oh well, I guess we're gonna need, you know, chips to eat this guacamole with. So I had to walk back and get that. But yeah, that's the perks of living in New York. You don't have to like get home and then realize you forgot chips and have to like drive out somewhere. So that is definitely something I will miss once we move someday, is just like being able to walk over to the grocery whenever I need it. All right, I'm back. I'm about to start making this guacamole. I don't have a recipe for you, honestly. Guacamole is just one of those things that I just measure with my heart. Basically, avocados, red onion, lime, jalapeno, a little bit of tomato, and then like salt, pepper, cumin. Oh, fresh garlic probably. Yeah, salt, pepper, cumin. That's all I can think of off the top of my head, but maybe I'll find some other spices in there that I think are inspiring. So, okay, guac is finished. Now I'm gonna go in the bathroom and do my makeup. I'm gonna do one more taste test of the guac, I think, before we leave, because I feel like it could use more jalapeno and red onion, but I also know that I like things really spicy. Yeah, I'll taste it before we go though, just to let it kind of marinate in the flavors. So I'm gonna do my makeup really quick. So right now I'm in the craft room because I'm about to look through my stash for some fabric or pattern inspiration to figure out what I want to bring with me to Tennessee. I don't have a project cut out right now. I don't even have something like really planned. I do know I want to make a denim trench coat. That is high on my list of things that I want to make. So I might do, no, I'm not gonna bring that though, because my denim is on a huge roll right now. It's just not feasible, and I'm not gonna be able to cut that out before I leave. That's just too much. So I need something where I can bring the pattern pieces and the pattern with me and it not be too much. So we'll see. I need to look and see. Okay, I've pulled out a few samples of patterns to try to decide what to bring with me. I'll start with the easy one. This dress right here, McCall's 8403. I love that. I love cutouts. I'll probably get a lot of wear out of that. Summer's coming. That'll be super cute. The only thing is, I think I would rather, yeah, they do have a sleeveless one. I would make the sleeveless one for sure over the one with sleeves for summer. The next one, you're just gonna have to trust my vision on this. I think many of you will know this is so conservative for my personal style, but hear me out. Here's the idea. An opaque, these are kind of the same thing. I just like tried to decide which pattern I would rather use. I think I would lean more toward this one. I would straighten out that sweetheart neckline. I'm not big on sweetheart necklines. I'd have an opaque fabric for the bottom, but then a see-through fabric like a chiffon or a mesh or something for the top. So I'm really liking this one right here. I think the ruffles are actually quite cute on that, especially if it's in a lightweight fabric. I don't much care for the puffy sleeves, so I'd probably just leave the sleeves off honestly and do sleeveless. And maybe add like a slight peplum to it or something. I don't know, but yeah, so I'm really liking that one. This was just a similar idea. I just pulled out two patterns. The other thing, I have this linen poppies corset that I adore, and I used this pattern, Butterick 5935, for it. I wear it all the time. I'd love to make that pattern again and make like matching outfits for Crowley and I don't know why. Let me flip you around. I don't know why it took me so long to come to this conclusion, but over in the corner over there you can see two polos that I've made. One is for me and one is for Crowley. I'm not really much of a polos person, but I just wanted to have matching outfits for Crowley and I. And I don't know why it took me so long to think of this, but like I can make us matching outfits in the same fabric, but make a shirt that I want to wear and make a shirt that's more suitable for him. So I just like I guess kind of decided that this morning, like, oh yeah, I guess I don't have to make us like matching polos. I can just make us, you know, an outfit each in the same fabric and it'll be matching enough. So if I made this in like this blue fabric that I bought to make more polos, I can make the fabric, I could use the fabric for mine to make this, and then I could use the fabric for his to make something else, like this adorable overalls romper right here. My friend Marilisa Lugo also got me this vintage pattern that's so cute, so I might make this one instead for him. But yeah, I think it would be cool to make him like a romper and then me a corset, so something that's more in my style. I pulled out this other one, but I also pulled out this other one right here because I love the style lines on this one a little bit more than I like the style lines on this one. There's just more of them, more channels and stuff on it. But I do like that this one has straps and this one does not. So I'm kind of thinking about taking both of these together with me and doing a combo, a hack of the two of them in some way. So we'll see. I also really love that this one has like a dip down, that it looks so flattering and beautiful on. This one has a slight dip down, but not as much as this one does, and it just looks really, really good when it's on. So I think I'm gonna take this. I'll also take this one with me, and then I'll take the romper patterns with me, is kind of what I'm thinking. I also have these harem pants, so I can make Crowley some shorts potentially. I'll just make them shorter and do shorts instead. Maybe I'll leave this one at home for now. I'll think about this one later, but this one and this one and this one should be plenty, more than enough for a few days in Tennessee. Good morning, everybody. It is Jaclyn from the future editing this vlog that you're watching right now, and I realized I forgot to close it and say goodbye. I'm trying to be better about that, not just like ending it all of a sudden and you're confused. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you again so much for all of your super lovely comments on my first video back. It was just really nice to read all of that, and yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.